Hi friends, welcome back to another video. I'm Elizabeth and this is weight loss update number 27. So I have officially been losing weight for over 6 months now. Don't miss my 6-month update. That was the last video that came out. And so I guess I've been losing weight for like 26 whole weeks. And so that's where we're at. It's super exciting because this is the very first update for Trim Healthy Mama. So I've been doing Trim Healthy Mama for 1 week now, one full solid week of doing the plan, how it's meant to be done, and really switching up my fuel sources and paying attention to my meals and menu planning and doing all this stuff. And so this was an amazing week. I felt great. I'm really loving what I'm doing now, and I'm feeling really just good and just excited about it. It's a very natural way of eating for me, especially now that I understand the plan. It can be a little difficult when you first get started to kind of get into the groove of it and to understand what you're doing, but I've done it before, and so this week went really, really well. So I have been exercising, and that has been just going really, really good. I feel so good. I am really liking going to exercise. It is a big commitment. And so what my day kind of looks like is that I wake up at about 6:45, which for me is early. I am not a morning person. I get a lot of my work done at night. And so I tend to be a little bit more of a night owl. And so 6:45 is a pretty, a commitment for me. Okay. So I get up at 6:45. I try to get out of the house by about 7:45. Because I'm doing stuff, I'm eating breakfast and I'm making my bed, I'm undoing the dishwasher, and I'm doing all these things real quick. So it takes about an hour to get out of the house, and it's like a 20-minute drive. And so it's 40 minutes in the car each time I want to go exercise. But this gym and this place that I go to is worth it to me, so I'm okay with doing that. But it is a big commitment, and so I'm at the gym probably about 45 minutes to an hour each time. I would love to cut that down a little bit, but I've got my routine and I know what I like. And so right now I'm not really going for the latest fitness innovation. I know that everybody has the best method of working out, right? There's so much information out there, but I know what I like, and I know what I can stick with and what I want to stick with. So I have that down pat. I'm doing really good with that. And I've tried something new. I kind of tried it last week, and I'm going to do it again this week. But I was doing days where I do all the arm machines. There's 6 or 7 arm machines, and I'd do a ton of arm exercises, and I'd exhaust my arms. And then for the whole rest of the day, my arms would be like noodles and I would not want to do anything. And so I decided to kind of split up my arms and do my day of aerobics. I was doing 1 day a week of kind of some aerobics. Don't spam me on aerobic stuff, not to do aerobics, I get it. I do like to get my heart rate pumping on this one particular machine. I have no idea what it's called. It's just the one where you move your arms and legs back and forth, whatever that is. And that's been good for me. Sometimes I can do an exercise bike or a treadmill, but that's not my fave. So I do try to do at least 1 day a week of some aerobics. But anyway, so I've decided, okay, I'll break up my arms and then I'll get an extra day of aerobics. So I'm doing 2 days of aerobics mixed with half the arm muscles, and I really liked that last week. So that went well. And then I'll have another day of leg day, and solid legs, they do really good. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing. It's just mom exercise, guys. It's just overweight mom, gentle exercise. I do not like free weights yet. There's just a lot of things I don't like or don't want to do. I don't like high intensity stuff because I'm trying to be really careful. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to be really careful while I'm still so heavy. I need to do this, in a way that doesn't injure myself. So I'm not looking to be a fitness guru, and I'm not looking for the best research has to offer right now. I'm just looking for the most basic way to start building muscle and getting stronger, and to start building up some endurance. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm happy with it, and I'm happy with the commitment about it. One thing too is that my knees are doing really, really good. So I was kind of nervous about my knees to add back in food from carnivore. Would it affect anything? Would I experience inflammation or anything? And I'm happy to report that I haven't. Adding back in some foods did not flare up my knees, and so that is super exciting. For my knees, I firmly believe it's just the extra weight on them. you know, my legs aren't that strong because I haven't been working them out, and so my knees like take the brunt of it. So it's really just weight related. I don't notice like a whole lot of inflammation or pain or aching in my knees or soreness in my knees. It's just the sheer like weight on it sometimes. So like I have to be really careful going up and down the stairs and different things like that. But as my legs are getting stronger, I'm noticing that is getting a whole lot easier. I can bang my way up the stairs now, like, and I'm not like out of breath. Like, it's really a nice feeling, and I can go down the stairs a lot more easier too. And I'm noticing I was a little nervous about like the leg machines because in the past I've had to lay off of them a little bit because my knees did not like the motion, and it's not happening this time. They're doing really well. So anyway, that was like a ton about exercising, but I'm super excited that my knees are holding up, because if I can get them to stay good, you know, to where I can build up my leg muscles, it's going to take the pressure off of my knees anyway, because I need strong legs. And so, yeah, I'm really excited about that. So I think I got totally sidetracked and off of my schedule, but yeah, I'm waking up at 6:45. I'm getting out of the house at 7:45. I'm exercising for like an hour. And by the time that I do the driving and the exercise, I'm really getting home around 10. And so my day is not starting until like 10 in the morning, even though I'm up at 6:45. So that kind of stinks, because it's almost like 3 full hours are kind of devoted to exercising, getting ready, getting there, getting home, all that. And so yeah, it's a big commitment, and I just kind of want to put that in perspective. I'm doing that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I'm doing that 3 times a week, and yeah, it really does like take a commitment to do this, but it is absolutely something that I want to do, and so I'm penciling in that time right now. It's affecting my editing a little bit, because getting the editing out of the way when I wake up and things are quiet and stuff, now I'm going to exercise, so I'm having to kind of like rearrange and reevaluate that, like when do I do all this editing. So I'm not sure, because my kids are back in school, you know, we're doing our homeschooling and everything, so I have to balance all of that. So I don't know how all that's going to go down yet. However, I am planning to increase the content on this channel, and so I'm going to give that a try, and hopefully I can keep up with that, because what I'm wanting to do is, and this will be the first week that you're going to start seeing these videos come out, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have them situated and ready. But coming up, you're going to start seeing the Trim Healthy Mama like eat with me days. So we're going to go through and we're going to just show the meals that I ate that day, how I did it, how I spaced them out, and what it kind of looks like. And so there's so many different options of what you can eat. So I hope it just kind of gives you ideas. I hope it kind of gives you, you know, a little bit of a window like into how to do this and what losing weight looks like. So a lot of you have asked about that for carnivore, even though I'm not doing that anymore. It's a really great idea for Trim Healthy Mama too. So I am going to be doing Eat With Me days. I'm going to be doing grocery hauls every week, where I just show you kind of what I'm buying, what it takes to make the meals, what brands I get, what it looks like, and how much it costs, and just kind of how to do this program. And then I'm going to be doing the weight loss updates. And then additionally, I want to do an extra video a week, about a 4th video most of the weeks, at least at first, of just talking about Trim Healthy Mama, why I like it, why I've chosen it, mistakes maybe you can make on it, how to get started. I want to talk about the different fuel types. I just want to talk about a lot of things of how to make this successful. And I do it also for myself, guys. Like, I'm doing it also just to help me have that information too. It's a good reminder, and I'm going to put it all like in a little YouTube library playlist, so that my hope with doing all of that is so that later, as I pick up people who are searching for Trim Healthy Mama and wanting to learn more about it and wanting to figure out, okay, how do I really do this? I'm hoping to have that content just all situated there and ready for people to just to be like a help for you. And so that is my goal with all of that. All those videos are going to start coming out, so I'm really excited to be able to start creating a little bit more content for this channel. There's just a lot more exciting and different things that I can be doing, and so yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm really looking forward to it now. I'm looking forward to this channel, and mostly it's just I have energy, you guys. Like, I just feel really good, and I have energy, and I feel really good when I eat this way. And so that's exciting. And I really felt like I got into the groove of it this week. I just kept it really simple. That's the best thing to do, especially when you start. Just keep it really simple. When you get out all the cookbooks, it can start getting kind of overwhelming, because it's a lifelong plan. You do not have to make a new thing in the cookbook, you know, 100 new recipes every week or anything. You don't have to do that. I do cook my dinners from the cookbook, because it's just a nice, easy recipe to do and plan for my family, and it's just so easy. So how I implement the plan is that every week I go through the books and I plan out my meals. I plan about 5 to 7 meals. Sometimes we have leftovers. And so yeah, we just make our dinners and we're pretty much eating all of our meals at home, at least at this point. You can do Trim Healthy Mama eating out, especially once you kind of learn what you're doing. I don't need to do that often. I like planning my meals at home. So yeah, we plan it, we have a dinner. It's, you know, it's ready every day. It's like, okay, we know what we're gonna have. And I just have to spend kind of like one time a week doing that, putting my stuff in my Walmart grocery app, you know, and then I just go pick it up. It's super easy. And I'm going to be showing you guys what I get. And that's just easy how to plan it, but it's just simple. I'm just keeping it all really simple. You don't have to try a bunch of new recipes. Just do what you like. So I'm still doing my eggs every morning. I did eggs like every morning for breakfast this week with a few berries, and that's that. And I'm doing that because I've been doing that on carnivore. I like it. I like my eggs in the morning, and so I didn't have to change like anything. And so now it's Trim Healthy Mama though, and I've been doing a lot of salads with chicken on them for lunch. I've been really liking like Greek salad right now, and so that's been really good. And so that's just an easy lunch. There's easy like snacks to do in between. If I'm hungry, I might have a little handful of almonds. I really enjoy that. Or I might have a few slices of cheese, of like a cheese block of cheese, sharp like cheddar cheese, and that's a good little snack. I'm still doing a lot of my AHA sparkling waters that I was liking so much on carnivore, so I'm still having kind of one of those every day, and it's just a little something fun. I didn't make any of the Trim Healthy Mama sippers this week, so I've been doing the AHAs instead. If you're not familiar with the sippers, they're just different drinks, different flavors of drinks and things you can make. Like there's like a pumpkin spice one. There's one they call the Singing Canary. It's almost like orange juice, but it's not orange juice, not at all. It's got like lemon juice in it and turmeric and all kinds of good stuff. There's one called like Good Girl Moonshine, and it's got like ginger and things in it. And so it's just helping you get more nutrition in your body, basically, in the form of different herbs and stuff that they put in it. And you just sip on them all day. But I didn't do any of those. They're a great addition to Trim Healthy Mama that you definitely can utilize, and it helps hydrate you. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of the AHA. So I do drink already about like a gallon of water a day. I really do get in my water. I just keep a water cup with me all the time. Like here I am right here. I've got a bottle of electrolyte water today, but yeah, I keep usually like a green bottle with me, and it comes, if I go upstairs, it goes upstairs with me. If I go downstairs, it goes downstairs with me. Anytime I go into the car, it comes into the car with me. So I just bring my water with me everywhere. I do not like the feeling of feeling thirsty, like at all. Like right now, my mouth is a little dry and it's really unpleasant for me. And yeah, I don't like that. So I just make sure I have water with me every second, and that's how I get it in, but I never like that feeling of feeling thirsty. So I always have water, especially because I live in the desert, and for 6 months out of the year, it's like over 100 degrees. It's hot a lot of the year. So, and if you think I'm crazy for that, I love the desert. I don't mind the heat, and it's not like 100 degrees in other parts of the country. 100 degrees here is like kind of just a nice day. It's not like, oh my gosh, it's so hot I'm gonna die kind of a day. So it's not like it's unpleasant 6 months out of the year, like living on the surface of the sun. That's just a couple of months of the year. It's not 6 months. But the rest of the time, for about 9 months, it's like beautiful here. And so it's really fun. Yeah, we like living in the desert. Anyway, gosh, I'm talkative today. I'm like talking you guys' ear off. So I did have one more thing that I wanted to add and talk about real quick. I have no idea what it was. One other thing I did want to put on video that I have noticed, if you're starting Trim Healthy Mama, I have always had trouble in the past like getting going on it. I have had that issue like multiple times where I want to start, I'm ready to start, I know how to do it, and I just can't get started. And I experienced that for like 6 months of this last year before I started carnivore. I was just having trouble really like doing it and getting started. And so that's why I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do carnivore because it's so strict and there's so little that you can have. I was like, okay, this is gonna help me because I know exactly what I can have and not have, and this is it. And I really appreciated that because it really helped me stick to it. I really needed that restrictiveness in the beginning, and it really got my mind in weight loss mode. Like, this is my mindset now. And so I liked that. Trim Healthy Mama can be a little bit hard for that because it's already so much of what I'm eating. I've known about Trim Healthy Mama for a lot of years, and I'm not getting into this video, why have you known for so long but you're still overweight? We've talked about that before. We'll talk about it in other videos. I'm not getting into it today. But there were reasons for it. It's not anything to do with the plan. It's not anything to do really with sticking with the plan either once you get started. But it's very like normal food to me. It's food I'm already eating. If you're eating a really lousy standard American diet and you're eating out a lot and you're eating a lot of boxed food and everything, it's going to be a transition for you. I have not done that in like years and years and years, if ever. So it's like, it's already food I'm eating. It's just the way in which you eat it. It's just the way in which you combine your food and paying attention to your food. So for example, this is my easiest example. Normally, if I wasn't doing From Healthy Mama, maybe I would have 2 pieces of like whole wheat toast and I put some butter on it, and maybe I'd have it with like an egg on top or 2 eggs or whatnot. And that would be a great meal if you didn't need to lose weight. That's called a crossover meal. You're combining your fuel sources, so you're combining your butter and your egg with your toast. Now, when you're doing From Healthy Mama and you need to lose weight, the goal is to separate your fats and your carbs in your meal. And so you would not want to combine that. So it's already like the same food. It's already normal food, but it's just the way in which you're going to eat it. So on From Healthy Mama, I will choose sprouted bread instead and only have the sprouted or like the sourdough bread, not whole wheat, not white bread, not any other kind of bread, just the sprouted bread. But I would not combine that with butter. You don't get to put butter on top of the bread. So can it be a little inconvenient? Yeah. Do I eat a whole lot of like toast in the morning? No, because there's not a whole lot that you can do with it or combine with it. But they do have a lot of creative recipes in the book of how to utilize all the foods. That's why I love this plan, because they really have thought of everything of being able to do this for life. So start slow, start simple, but it's just being mindful. Eat what you're already kind of eating, but just think about how to separate it. So if I'm gonna have, toast one morning, I'll do it with just a little bit of like sugar-free jelly. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna have eggs, then I can have all the butter with the eggs that I want. I just can't have the toast. I hope that kind of makes sense. It's still the same normal food, but you're just combining it differently. So because of that though, it can be a little bit hard to get started because it's already so much of what you're eating and you're allowed so many things because this is a lifelong plan. You'll do this forever, and eventually you can start to combine your foods again. If you don't need to lose weight, you can do sprouted bread with eggs and be happy because you don't have to lose weight, but you still eat this way forever. This is a lifelong plan. So there's lots of options. And so sometimes that's my downfall. Not only is it hard to get started, but I did notice another thing the other day. I went into the store, and when you go into like Walmart, it's like the Walmart neighborhood market, or it's a lot of different places. Right in the front, they have beautiful displays of all the baked goods. And I don't allow myself to have baked goods. I rarely ever buy any of that. I don't buy the cakes and the pies and the muffins and the cookies all right there and all the beautiful sugary breads and all these things. I just don't buy it because I could literally like become addicted and eat if I let myself, which I just don't. So I don't go there. But walking in one day this week, I was like hit with it. I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm looking around, and with carnivore, it was so restrictive in my mind. I was like in that mindset that I would walk in, and I had kind of overcome that where I didn't even notice it. It's like off the table and I can't have it. So I wasn't even thinking about it. Well, that came back a little bit this week where I was like looking around and I was like, oh, and for a second I'm like, what are you doing? Like I had to reel that back in super fast. But I noticed like I had to keep my mind there a little bit again, where it was just that quick second of a thought of, oh, look at all this stuff. You're not on carnivore anymore. Maybe you could have all of this. And I'm like, no, I'm on From Healthy Mama. It's just as strict in that way. I don't get to have any of this stuff. If I'm going to do this plan, I'm not coming off plan. I'm not cheating. So one thing with this plan is, they talk about it being very forgiving. This is a lifelong journey. So it's, if you do come off plan one meal and you mess up, don't beat yourself up. They say 2.5, 3 hours, you're back on plan again. Just make your next meal back on plan and just keep going. And it's a very healthy way to think about it. I think it's a very wonderful way to just be kind to yourself and give yourself that grace, because we all mess up with our food choices sometimes. But for me, I really do want to see this success, and I want to see the weight coming off. So no. There's no cheating for me. I have not cheated. As I transitioned off of carnivore to this, it was still like very healthy health food. It was like meats and vegetables and berries, and that was it. I mean, there was nothing else extra that would be considered a cheat food or any food that would, not cause you to lose weight. So yeah, it was just still very much so focused. And so with Trim Healthy Mama, it's going to be the same way. I am not deviating from this plan. I am not like taking little breaks or doing little cheat meals here or there or being like, oh, okay, a bite of this is okay. No, it's very much so. This is what I'm eating. This is the plan. This is the fuel source I'm in. If I want to switch fuel sources, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to wait my 3 hours. I'm going to pay attention to my timing, and I'm going to get all that in. So I hope some of that makes sense. I feel like I've talked way too long now, and so I'm going to let you guys go. But yeah, I definitely have noticed a shift with Trim Healthy Mama. I've got to keep my mental focus there. But I can do that. Self-control with food is not really my issue. So I can do that. It's going to be good. I just wanted to mention all of that. If you're new to Trim Healthy Mama and you're like, what is she talking about for 23 minutes now about this plan, I am going to be making little individual videos where I talk about all of those things. All of this stuff can be found in their books. They have one first main book. It's like 500 pages. It's awesome. Do get it and read it, but they explain everything in there. If that's too much, they have a much more condensed, shorter version of just the plan, and it's a great book. And so definitely, if you're going to do Trim Healthy Mama, you should be reading that book and get it all solidified in your mind. But I'm also going to make videos to just really help like reinforce that information, especially if you're a busy mama like me and you do not have time to sit down and read a whole book and try to learn this, but you can listen to a YouTube video of someone talking while you know, make your food or take care of your kids or whatever. So that's why I'm hoping to do that, hoping to help. I'm really trying to just reach the average mama who, you know, wants to start taking better care of herself, or maybe wants to lose some extra pounds, or maybe you've got a lot of weight to lose like I do. And so that's where we're at with it. I did not mention my weight. Nothing happened, guys, this whole week. You know, I've done my exercising, I did the eating plan, but I'm still kind of at the same weight. I am maintaining though. I was really nervous when I went from carnivore to this way of eating, adding back in some carbs and stuff. I was hoping my weight didn't just kind of balloon back up, kind of jump back up on the scale because of, I don't know, inflammation or, you know, reacting to foods or holding more water or whatever, I don't know. But I'm happy to report that didn't really happen. I do fluctuate in between like 2 to 4 pounds of my lowest weight depending on the day and the week. And so I've kind of been fluctuating for the last like 5 weeks or so, but I am maintaining. I still feel like I am around the same vicinity of it, and so I'm maintaining. It did not jump up the 8 to 10 pounds I was scared of. So I'm really excited about that. I consider my weight in the same place, 35 pounds down. So we'll keep seeing how that's kind of going. I do have some things in my back pocket to try. If the weight does not start to continue to move down the scale, we'll see what else we can do. I have some ideas. So yeah, all these good things are coming. This video is way too long. Sorry guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're still with me, I appreciate you watching. I love making videos for you guys, and I'm so excited for the rest of this journey. So I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
We start to sail along these ocean waves. Nobody knows how to find us. It's turning out to be a perfect day. I just wanna leave our normal lives behind us. So let's get lost out here.